Hello! I am so glad that you could be here today. My name is Rich, and if you didn't already know, the channel is called New Memphis. This video is part 2 of our project, the Tzaangors of Egypt. 11 models, which we started last week, doing the base coating and priming and washing, and then more base coating, and yeah, that was just way too much to do in 1 week. Anyway, we're finishing that up, doing specifically a lot of highlighting this week, so join in. And I know that I say this every week, but this is my favorite project we've ever done here. And I know I say that all the time, and I mean it all the time. Please leave a like or a comment below the video if you like it and you want to see it promoted in the algorithm. And check out my Instagram if you want to see more photos of these models and all the other stuff that I'm working on, which I don't really share over here. One last thing, my book Barrowstadt is definitely getting delayed past September because, well, things have just been kind of crazy here. With that in mind, the 10 to 15 chapters that I do have ready, edited, and ready to go are going to be appearing up on my Patreon sometime this week. No paywalls, they'll just be up for free. I really do mean it when I say it's just the most convenient place for me to put it where you guys can get to it. And if you guys end up liking it, I do have a couple of other projects like full-length novels that I might just start putting up there if you guys are into that idea, so let me know. You can let me know in the comments section here or over on the Patreon, whatever you would prefer. And with that out of the way, let's get on with this painting journey. Thank God that you're here. Thank God that Sam Adams Oktoberfest is back on shelves. This is honestly one of my absolute favorite beers, so I am very excited every time that it comes back. It's one of my favorite things about the fall. Let's get started. Alright, like I said, we're continuing this project on from last week, and we'll be focusing on doing highlights for a lot of these models. Every single one was washed with dark purple, with the exception of our blue and brimstone horrors. For our human-ish cultists of Tzeentch, we already base-coated and highlighted them with amaranth red. I want to try adding further highlights of Vallejo Flat Flesh, which has a slightly orange hue that I think will contrast well against the dark purple recesses. I want to brighten up some of the armor panels and correct a few flaws, so we'll use Citadel's Phoenician Purple to do that. Next up, I really want to make these bases a little more interesting, so I had the idea to add a simple glow effect to these runes. We'll start by mixing a thin wash of white and carefully applying it in and around these sigils. Now, I wasn't able to come back to the project until the next day, and though it's a low-budget solution, I just saved my washes by putting the whole tray in an airtight plastic bag. After adding a little bit of water, we'll throw in a touch of royal blue, and use that to finish off this effect. I ended up with way too much wash, as per usual, so I think I'll use it to color our blue horror next. Let's see what this looks like. While that horror was drying, I decided to start painting the broken wing of our mutated head cultist. We'll start with some white on the individual feathers, trying not to touch the recesses. Then we'll break out our leftover royal blue and white mixture, because yes, I still had more, and we'll use it to wash the wing, plus these little eyeballs on their staff and armor. Now that the blue horror is dry, I want to go back and give some more specific white highlights, specifically on the flames and the teeth. Then we'll do the same for our little brimstone horrors. And continuing with white, we'll add highlights to the wing as well, just going over the individual feathers again. Now, finally getting onto the Tzaangors, we'll start out with some white highlights for a few of the armor pieces, plus their teeth and especially these horns. They are in dire need of highlights. This one we painted with black red is going to get highlights of Vallejo Dark Vermilion, which may have been... this one may have been the first, but it was also my favorite. The two Tzaangors we base coated with German extra dark green, we'll highlight with intermediate green. And the two we base coated in royal blue, we will highlight with azure. These look straight out of a comic book. The last Tzaangor was base coated with emerald, and I originally planned to do highlights with blue-green, but I had a lot of azure left over from the last highlights, so I combined that with some emerald because I wanted to see how it would look. It's not bad. The highlights don't stand out quite as much as I would have liked, but I still think it looks good. The last few highlights I did off camera were mahogany brown for the hooves, streamer pink for the tongues, and flash gits yellow for the eyes of the Tzaangors. Something nice and bright that should contrast well. Remember to leave a like or a comment if you liked the video. Stay after the big reveal to get a big surprise from me. And you know, let's just get on to the good part. Now, let's get on to the surprise. The models that came on the Sandstone bases are a Warhammer Underworld's warband. I think that's what they're called. Specifically, the Eyes of the Nine. I don't know. I just ordered them because I like the models. But as you can see, the cards that give all the information about the actual models are still in the shrink wrap because I just didn't bother. I just wanted the models. So I thought it might be entertaining for you guys if I open these up on camera and learn the names of the models I've spent 2 weeks painting for the first time, because I genuinely have no idea what these models are called or what their lore is. So we're gonna check this out together, hoping it's gonna be entertaining. Let's see, our buddy with our Tzaangor. See, our Tzaangor with the long sword. This one I did know, because it was just the first one in the package. Kacharik. Suffers from Vortimus's rule only grudgingly. Oh, Vortimus, I guess, is the leader? Through the blessings of Tzeentch, he recalls the perfect clarity, every life, every death, every victory, defeat he has experienced since entering Shadespire. And this knowledge makes him powerful indeed. All right, Kacharik, good for you. Blue horror is just blue horror. All right, well, that works. And this is what we got. Our female cultist, Narvia. Her mind overflows with labyrinthine schemes. She plans to seize the secrets of Shadespire for herself and to rise to power at the expense of her principal rival, Turosh. Oh, that's the guy. Turosh. All right, cool. Let's see, our main cultist, Vortimus the All-Seeing, who apparently is not supposed to be humanoid. Oh well. It's more entertaining to paint him that way. Okay. Interesting. I guess our Brimstone horrors don't have a name then. Interesting. Does he have any lore? No, there's not even a little lore dump. Oh, there's the Brimstone horrors are on the back. Oh, okay. Interesting. Huh. Alright. Kacharik, Turosh, Narvia, and Vortimus. Very Tzeentchian names, I'll give him that. Anyway, I'm not gonna sit here and read the whole thing. Kind of interesting though. I do look forward to learning a little more about these characters now that I've spent 2 weeks on them. All right, that'll be kind of fun. Real quick, we are gonna run through our normal ending. 2 things I like, 1 thing I want to do better next time. 1 thing that I like, that Tzaangor with the black-red base with the highlights of Dark Vermilion, incredible. Love it. Absolutely fantastic. Number 2, the flat flesh highlights over the amaranth red with the dark purple. Incredible. Also, love that. Absolutely think it looks amazing. We'll definitely be using it again. 1 thing I think I can do better next time, I think that the recesses of the blue horror could have used maybe like a dark Prussian blue in there or something, just to give it a little more depth. But it's not bad. It's okay, and honestly, the flatness to it does kind of make it look a little more unsettling, which is good for something that's supposed to be breaking reality just in its mere existence on this mortal plane. So, you know, that's fine. That's all that I have. I hope you guys had fun. This has been an interesting couple of weeks, but yeah, I just hope you guys have a fantastic day.